here after a big opening session this morning and even some more bigger action this afternoon. Looking at some of those big ones, Australian star Tara Kinder will be in action in her 400 metre individually timed final. Already got the cobwebs out this morning, winning her 200 butterfly heat. The 200 men's butterfly is an interesting one. Will Petrick in there, Lewis Clarebert and Matt Temple swam that one this morning. We'll see both Lewis and Will in the 100 metre freestyle, which will also have Cameron Bladen in that one as well.
Speaking of the 100 freestyle, the women's 100 freestyle, Brittany Capsaluso is the leading qualifier into tonight's final. She's also doubling up into that 800 metre freestyle. She's got a big double. We also had a really strong swim from Lily Kosh in the 100 breaststroke to be our fastest qualifier. And finally, it was fantastic to see Sam Williamson back in the competition pool for the first time. He leads us through in the 50 breaststroke, so we'll be looking forward to seeing him race again tonight as we look forward to a great afternoon of action at our day one of 2026 Mattioli Victorian Open Long Course Championships.
Ready to race behind the blocks, we have event 1 on the program, the mixed 200 metre freestyle relay. 2-time finals in this event this evening.
Take your marks.
Right. Here we go in for event number 1, the mixed 200 freestyle relay. Ivanhoe Swim in lane 2, Yarra Plenty in lane 3, Propulsion in lane 4, Western Aquatic in lane 5, Melton in lane 6, and Ivanhoe Swim in lane 7.
So taking us down this first 50, it will be the team out of lane 5 from Western Aquatic Academy. They'll hit the water first. They are first swimmer swimming in a 25.68 ahead of Ivanhoe Swim, 26.64. And down in lane 7, the Ivanhoe Swim B team, 27.18.
Cool to see a good mix of boys and girls in this one. Ivanhoe Swim number A, out there in lane number 2, doing a really solid job. Good quick changeover. Away they go, third swimmers in the water now.
A lot of strategy within our mixed relays. Take a look down that far end of the pool at who's going to be swimming that final leg, trying to make up some ground. Once again, though, we've seen the team in lane 5 overtake lane 2 into that first place spot, and here comes Propulsion in lane 4.
How good are those flashy trunks and those flashy arms? He'll be on the wall first here, the swimmer. Third swimmer there from Western Aquatic. They're going to lead us through here, down with that 35 to go.
Yeah, our first of the timed finals in this event this afternoon. Looks like the team in lane 5 have done enough to hold on. There's 15 metres left to swim. If anything, they're increasing this lead. Close little race between lanes 2 and 3, Ivanhoe Swim and Yarra Plenty, but it will be Western Aquatic Academy, 145.90 ahead of Yarra Plenty in second.
In lane 0, Western Melbourne Propulsion A. In lane 1, Surrey Park Swimming Club B. In lane 2, Canterbury, New Zealand A. In lane 3, Surrey Park Swimming Club A. In lane 4, Nunawading Swimming Club A. In lane 5, Melbourne Swimming Club A. In lane 6, Nunawading Swimming Club B. In lane 7, Melbourne Swimming Club B. And in lane 8, MLC Aquatic A. And in lane 9, MLC Aquatic B.
Away early there, looking at lane number 7, battling it out with the middle of the lanes there. Looks to be Melbourne and Melbourne, both teams going really strong. Changeover now, all teams going there with the girls.
Yeah, really not a lot separating those first 3 teams as they hit the water down at this third 50. Starting to push through in lane 3 now. The team from Surrey Park, they might have just overtaken the lead in their third swimmer. It's going to be tight between them and lane 5.
So we've got all girls lining up here for the last exchange, our anchors. And away we go. Surrey Park in lane number 3, changed over first, but they're challenged there now by Melbourne in lane number 5. Racing 2 out in front, but not too far behind there is Nunawading in lane number 4, trying to make a late surge.
Yeah, it's a powerful swim from the team in lane 4, but I don't think they were quite close enough to these 2 top teams. As we come down under the flags, it's going to be close. It will go to both teams equally touching the wall there, and a 140.04. Our first event and our first dead heat of the evening between Surrey Park and Melbourne.
Introducing event number 2, the men's 100-metre backstroke multiclass. In lane 1 from Geelong Swimming Club, Bradley Doolan. In lane 2 from Terrelgan Swimming Club, Lockie Bellion. In lane 3 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Cooper Harrington. In lane 4 from Geelong Shark Swimming Club, James Logan. In lane 5 from Oasis Otter Swimming Club, Kelvin Tran. In lane 6 from Warrnambool, Eli Kerr. And in lane 7 from Oasis Otter Swimming Club, Ethan Alexopoulos. These are your finalists for event number 2, the men's 100-metre backstroke multiclass.
So away and racing we go with our men's 100-metre backstroke for multi-class athletes here. Bit of a battle across the generations throughout our swimmers, some 14, 15-year-olds, as well as some of our more experienced athletes in those outside lanes, 31 years of age, 26.
Really good here in lane number 4 is James Logan. Nice high stroke rate. He's turning there. He's turned out in front there, 34.6.
Good early pace from James there. His entry time sits at a 1:10.80. So he set himself up with a great chance of being well around that time, really separating himself from the rest of the field now. There is quite the race of 4 behind him between Lockie Ballion, Cooper Harrington, Calvin Tran and Eli Kerr, all in that mix, trying to get the quickest time or closest to their world record for each classification that they can this evening.
Into touch there, it is James. We followed through there by Cooper, I believe.
Really close onto the wall between Cooper Harrington and Calvin Tran, just 7/100ths of a second. And we'll wait for our final athlete in Bradley to hit the wall there, the time 1:34.70.
Announcing the medalists for event number 1, the mixed 200-metre freestyle relay. Winner of the bronze medal, Nana Wadding. And winner of the gold medal in equal first place, Surrey Park in a time of 1:40.04. And Melbourne Swimming Club. Introducing the finalists for event number 3, the women's 100-metre backstroke multiclass. In lane 0 from Sail Swimming, Mackenzie Gibbs. In lane 1 from Geelong Swimming Club, Meg Conhetty. In lane 2 from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. In lane 3 from Warragul, Ava Dennis. In lane 4 from Ivanhoe Swim, Akuha Nagahashki. In lane 5 from Marion, Jasmine Fulgrave. In lane 6 from Warrari Swim Club New Zealand, Lily Fox Mason. In lane 7 from Nunawading, Abigail Garbellini. In lane 8 from Ballarat Gold, Anna Layton. And in lane 9 from Flyers, Kira Warwick. These are your finalists for event number 3, the women's 100-metre backstroke multiclass.
Swimmers, this is the test start. Take your marks.
Away we go now for the women's 100-metre backstroke multi-class. Great underwaters there from our ladies in lane 4 and 5, both Ikua and Jasmine.
Yeah, they certainly made the most of that 15 metres underwater off the beginning of the race. See if they can do the same off that turn. They lead us through at the 35 with Akuha just ahead of Jasmine. And then currently sitting in third, looks like it's Ava Dennis in lane 3 as they come into that 50-metre turn.
Yeah, Akua's running away here at the 50-metre mark. She's probably put 2 body lengths on them there. Great underwaters. Working really, really hard. Popping up at 10. Really well done. She's followed through there by Jasmine, who's done a good job to try to catch up on the underwaters. It's really nice and tight through the rest of the field there. So it's anybody's chance here for a bronze medal.
Yeah, we'll certainly be waiting for those point scores. A couple of different classifications within this event. So Akuha, one of our S15 swimmers, she's got 10 metres left to go of the 100-metre backstroke. There's still Jasmine full grab in that second place spot coming into the wall. Keep an eye on the time for Akuha, 1:12.03. A nice almost second drop on her entry of a 1:12.84. Jasmine touches in a 1:15.66 with Ava holding on for third onto the finish.
Announcing the medalists for event number 2, our men's 100-metre backstroke multi-class. Winner of the bronze medal from Geelong, Bradley Doolan. Winner of the silver medal from Geelong Sharks, James Logan. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:16.35 from Warrnambool, Eli Kerr. Introducing the finalists for event 4, the men's 400-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Nunawading, Oscar Campbell. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Joshua Carnes. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Oscar Kreutzberger. In lane 3 from Nunawading, Tommy Lane. In lane 4 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Nick Sloman. In lane 5 from Warringah Aquatic, Luke Higgs. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Samuel Higgs. In lane 7 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Harry Hay. In lane 8 from Marion, Corbin Powell. And in lane 9 from Ivanhoe Swim, Kaisei Kojima. These are your finalists for event 4, the men's 400-metre freestyle.
Off early, good starts across the board there, probably highlighting Oscar in lane number 2 with a solid start, but getting up and getting into the stroke early there is Nick Sloman. I thought the boys this morning were probably a little bit slow. There's probably too many heat swims, especially for this time of year. It's a good chance to get out there, have a hit out, see where you're at with training, and really find out where your weaknesses are, because you're about halfway through the season. It's halfway through an Olympic cycle.
Yeah, this meet really kicks off the start of the year as well. So we have quite a sequence of events coming up, leading into our trials, of course, for the Commonwealth Games. It's a good place to sit and see where you're at and see what needs to improve throughout your training. As the boys come through towards this 100-metre turn, it's already our lanes in the centre of the pool who have begun to pull away. It will be Nick Sloman ahead of Tommy Lane and Luke Higgs as they hit the wall there, 1, 2, 3. First two both hitting in 56.52 and 56.82, with Luke going around in a 57.02.
So they've gone out slightly faster than this morning, probably about a second ahead there. Tommy and Nick training together here at MSAC with the Vic Centre squad. Tommy's swimming a little bit longer, a little bit more holding out in front, and Nick's got that nice high stroke rate. Holds that all the way through to a 10K, so he's quite a workhorse. And Luke Higgs is also swimming really well.
So they remain our leaders now. Sitting not too far back, we also have Oscar Krutzberger and Samuel Higgs. And they're just holding on basically to the hips of our three boys in the centre here. No one really giving much in this first 200.
No, everyone's kind of just sitting, waiting for something to happen. Just trying to stay nice and relaxed. I think we might have a nice 50 if Tommy can stay here with Nick as they roll through there in 1:57. Not too bad for a first 200. If those two can stay together, I think breathing towards one another and being teammates, there might be a good last 50, a good little bit of racing. But again, Luke Higgs is pulled up alongside them, so they've made a nice solid race in 3. They're all neck to neck. And out there in lane 6 is Samuel. He's doing a good job as well to move up alongside them. And Oscar in lane number 2.
A lot of work going into this particular 50 as they come into turn. Quickest split on the board there, Tommy Lane, just under the 30, so 29.98 for him. Came off the wall pretty well there too. Back into that lead now. Samuel Higgs doing good to hold on to his brother in Luke.
Yeah, if you're looking to really make that big jump when it comes time to selection trials and opens in the 400, you've really got to be rolling through here under 30 for all your 50s. So good to see the boys rolling close to 30 or under it. There we go, we got Luke there, 29.88. He's through in 2:57.19. So hopefully we're looking for a sub 3:55 swim, which would be a good way to open up this half of the year, the start of the year and this halfway of the season.
So the race really on now between Tommy Lane and Luke Higgs. We come up to that 350 metre mark. 1 lap left to swim. Nick Sloman just dropped off a little bit throughout that last 100. As we turn for home, Luke leads us through 3:26.55, a 29.36 split ahead of Tommy Lane with Nick Sloman in 3rd.
Luke's done a really good job. Clearly executing a race plan there was to sit for that first 200, build that 3rd 100, and really let rip on the last one. Tommy now making a massive effort. He's kicked up that stroke count, that stroke rate. It's going now with the kick underneath the wall. Will be Tommy there, 3:54.83. Followed through there by Luke, 3:55.03. And Nick in 3rd, 3:57.88.
Behind the blocks with us, we have the B final of the men's 400 metre freestyle.
Take your marks.
Away we go now for the B final, the men's 400 free. Good opportunity to see some young swimmers get a second chance at this 400. So maybe they worked on something this morning and tweaking on something a little bit different for a final. Just a bit of different feel in the air when you've got to come back and swim in the afternoon.
Yeah, you certainly get that little bit more adrenaline going. The races beforehand, also you can watch those and get pumped up. It was a great 400 we saw just moments ago between Luke Higgs and Tommy Lane, really pushing that final 50, racing all the way through to the wall. If we take a look into the pool now, it will be Jack Cummins over in lane 2, who is out in front now, ahead of Matthew Moran in 3. And they're pushing out this first 100 pretty quickly.
Yeah, see Jack's visiting us here from Swimming Metro Northeast. We've got Matty Moran from Bayside down here at Mentone. 58.66 is Jack, 59.02 is Matty Moran. So a really solid swim early. Good chance to get out. Hopefully these boys can continue to move from here.
Soren Wells, our swimmer in lane 4, just points of a second off being in that A final. Summer 4:10.79 this morning, holding off a little bit more, and that's what we saw from our first final in this event. A few more of those athletes just holding back in the first 200, trying to find that comfort level where they're still pushing themselves but not overexerting, and then really letting go throughout the second 4 laps of this race.
Yeah, you can see the boys out there out in front. Lanes 2 and 3 have settled into a little bit more of a rhythm. They've definitely gone for the advantage of using early speed through the first 100. You can see the boys, especially Jesse there in lane number 5 from Surrey Park, a lot longer, not as heavy on the legs as the other boys. You can see the leaders are definitely got strong kicks going early. We roll through there, 2:02.32. That's Jack Cummins in lane number 2.
Yeah, just 2 100ths now separated them on the turn. Saw Matthew Moran really flick the feet over a little bit faster there. Got some good impact onto that wall, coming up alongside Jack once again here. So they're doing a really great job of pushing themselves and trying to set the pace through this B final. Now starting to really work his way up alongside, though, is Soren Wells in lane 4. And as you said, Jordan, Jesse Phillips still looking very relaxed over in lane 5.
Yeah, Jesse's doing a good job. He kind of looks like he's swimming an 800 or a 1500, really relaxed with his legs, really leaning heavy into the front end of his stroke, looking nice and long. But I tell you what, Soren there from lane number 4 is executing a really nice race plan. He looks like he's building through each 100, making it look really solid there. He's visiting us here from Whanui in New Zealand, and he's come up alongside Matthew Moran here, who's taken over from Jack Cummins.
So the boys now coming into turn at the 300. Matthew Moran, your new leader, 306.85. Soren in second, 307.11, with Jack Cummins still holding on in third place spot.
Great example of skills and how useful they can be in a 400. Soren's just turned there and absolutely given it to the boys. And coming out with an absolute heater of a last 100 there is out in lane 6, Enzo Fath. Enzo's visiting us from Manly Swimming Club up there in Sydney, but leading us is Soren, 3:38.37, 31.26 through that second last 50, and he is starting to extend his gap, but coming after him is Enzo in lane number 6.
Yeah, Enzo certainly shot off the wall at that final 100-metre mark and really quickly overtook those two boys who were sitting in second and third. Don't think he's going to have quite enough pull left to catch Soren in lane 4 as we come down under the flags. It will be close, but not quite enough. Soren, 4:08.89, ahead of Enzo Fath, 4:09.24, with Jack Cummins in third, 4:10.36.
Announcing the medalists for Event 3, the women's 100-metre backstroke multi-class. Winner of the bronze medal from Whanui Swim Club, Lily Fox Mason. Winner of the silver medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Aikua Nakagishi. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:15.66 from Marion, Jasmine Fulgrave. Introducing the finalists for Event 5, the women's 50-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Sophie Jacker. In lane 1 from Surrey Park, Nazia Ikasidakis. In lane 2 from Terrelgan, Jessica Whiting. In lane 3 from St Andrews, Chloe Rauhagens. In lane 4 for St Andrews, Mackenzie Burns. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Isabella Boyd. In lane 6 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Lily Kosh. In lane 7 from Nunawading, Alana Torrance. In lane 8 from Nunawading, Jemana Farmi. And in lane 9 from St Andrews, Rafaela Capello. These are your finalists for event 5, the women's 50-metre butterfly.
And into the water we go with our 50-metre butterfly final for our women. Great start in lane 6 there by Lily Kosh. She got away nicely on the underwater, but here comes Mackenzie Burns starting to push her way through the field. Right alongside her, Chloe Rowe-Hagens, the two girls from St Andrews, trying to hold off Isabella Boyd with a strong finish. It'll all be about timing onto that touch. It will be Isabella, 26.49, ahead of Chloe, 26.60, with Mackenzie in third, 26.95.
Behind the blocks with us, we now have the B final of event 5, the women's 50-metre butterfly.
Go for the B final there. Lane number 9 there, Madeline, with a great start. But it is the middle of the pool going well. Amelie in lane number 4. Pretty even across the board here. No one's really taking charge of this with 15 to go. You can see the middle of the pool, Amelie going strong. Lane number 9, Madeline's having a real red-hot crack at this as we go into touch. Will be Amelie, 28.31. Mia in lane 5, 28.41. Out there in lane number 9, Madeline, 28.65.
Announcing the medalists for event 4, the men's 400-metre freestyle, winner of the bronze medal from Melbourne Vic Centre, Nick Sloman. Winner of the silver medal from Warringah Aquatic, Luke Higgs. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 3:54.83 from Nunawading, Tommy Lane. Introducing the finalists for event 6, the men's 200-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Marion, Matthew Temple. In lane 1 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Elson Lee. In lane 2 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, James McBride. In lane 3 from Surrey Park, Adam Alefni. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Lewis Clarebert. In lane 5 from Nunawading, William Petrick. In lane 6 from Surrey Park, Tanin Kursadim. In lane 7 from Swimming Metro Northeast, James Gauchi. In lane 8 from Ivanhoe Swim, Eli Billman. And in lane 9 from Swimming Metro Northeast, Harrison Rothwell. These are your finalists for event 6, the men's 200-metre butterfly.
Where we go in the water, a couple Olympians in this one. We've got a New Zealand international there. Swimming out of Nunawading now, Lewis Clareburt. He's there with Will Petrick, who's moved back down from Queensland. And out there in lane number 0, Matt Temple. Doesn't do too many 200s anymore. He's a bit of a sprint specialist, but again, it's a really nice part of the season where you can see a few athletes trying some different things. As we head down to the 50-metre wall here, it is Louis Clareburt, 25.87, the Kiwi out in front, looking strong.
Yeah, sitting in second place was Matthew Temple. As you said, John, no surprise to see him away quickly through that first 50. Turning in third was William Petrick in lane 5, who has made the return to home, back to Nunna. And it is our two Nunawading boys who now take over that first and second place as we come into turn at the halfway point of the 200 butterfly. It will be Lewis Clareburt leading us through 54.84 ahead of William, 56.11 with Matthew in third, 56.63.
Yeah, really, really strong first 100 there from Louis. Looking really strong, connected on that underwater as he comes up. 25 metres through this 50, and he's still in control. Matt Temple still hanging on, looking really good, really solid. It's really nice to see him have a crack at a 200 again. It used to just be him and Bowen going stroke for stroke, but it is still Louis out there in front, 125.40.
So your three leaders remain the same. Can any of the boys sitting back in 4th and 5th catch up down this final 50? Tannen Kersedem and Adam Alefni are the ones trying to chase down Matthew Temple. Looks to be having a pretty strong last lap here. Made up a little bit of ground on William Petrick. They're going stroke for stroke now as Lewis Clareburt comes under the flags. Very solid performance from him. He'll take this one out in a 156.30. Another equal placing for second there. The second of the evening for our medalists. It will be Matthew Temple and William Petrick. They've timed that to perfection. 158.42 for the boys there.
Announcing the medalists for Event 5, the women's 50-metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal from St Andrews, Mackenzie Burns. Winner of the silver medal from St Andrews, Chloe Rauhagens. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 26.49 from Nunawading, Isabella Boyd. Introducing the finalists for Event 7, the men's 100-metre butterfly multiclass. In lane 1 from Geelong Swimming Club, Bradley Doolan. In lane 2 from Terrelgan, Lockie Bellion. In lane 3 from Marion, Rowan Crothers. In lane 4 from Vic Centre, Nicholas Layton. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Cole Pearce. In lane 6 from Geelong Sharks, James Logan. And in lane 7 from Essendon District Aquatic, Jaden Brooks. These are your finalists for Event 7, the men's 100-metre butterfly multiclass.
Swimmers, this is a test start. Take your marks.
Away we go now in the men's multi-class 100 metres butterfly. Paralympians, Nikki Layton, not to be slept on either, a Deaf Olympics recently. And an avid sprinter, really good over the 50 metres. So I'll see here what we can do here as he goes out really strong early.
Yeah, not surprising. He holds a few of those 50-metre world records for his classification in that S15 category. He'll turn in first, going through in a 26.55 ahead of Cole Pearce, 27.64 with Ron Crothers not far behind, 28.04. And those three now very swift down that first 50 to create a nice gap between themselves and the rest of the field.
Good to see the Victorian boys out in front doing really strong there. Rowan's obviously moved from Queensland down there to South Australia to train out of Marion. Nikki Layton looking really strong as always, holding on. 57.58, great swim there. 59.1 from Cole and 00.88 from Rowan there. James with a great swim. 108.06, backing it up from earlier this evening.
A few of these athletes swimming again after racing in the 100-metre backstroke to kick us off tonight in our final session.
Lockie also swam there. Lane number 2 swam earlier in that 100-metre backstroke.
We watch Jaden come down to touch in a 135.26 and Bradley Doolan rounds out the field in a 140.82.
Announcing the medalists for Event 7, the men's 200-metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal from Surrey Park, Tanin Kursadim. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, William Petrick. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 156.30 from Nunawading, Lewis Clarebert. Introducing the finalists for Event 8, the women's 100-metre butterfly multiclass. In Lane 1 from Geelong Swimming Club, Evie Lee. In Lane 2 from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. In Lane 3 from Ballarat Gold, Sarah Howe. In Lane 4 from Geelong Swimming Club, Meg Conhetty. In Lane 5 from Faruni Swimming Club, Lily Fox Mason. In Lane 6 from Hungary, Dorothy Pascoe. In Lane 7 from Western Aquatic, Al Feely. And in Lane 8 from Sale, Mackenzie Gibbs. These are your finalists for Event 8, the women's 100-metre butterfly multiclass.
Take your marks.
Great start there down in lane number 8, Mackenzie Gibbs. Up nice and early into the stroke and away we go. Megan lane number 4 though, swimming really strong there with Sarah in lane number 3. Those two starting to make a move on the rest of the field. Sarah swimming out of Ballarat Gold. They're looking really, really good, nice and high on the water, keeping all that momentum moving forward. Really difficult thing to do here in the butterfly. She touches him first, 34.11. Doing a really nice job to break away from the rest of the field. Trying to stay with her though is Meg, swimming out of Geelong in lane number 4. We've got our swimmers there, Lily Fox from Whanui in New Zealand, and the other visitor there from Hungary, Dorothy Pascoe. Still out in front is Sarah, still looking as strong as she did heading into that 50-metre turn as we come under the flags. We'll hit the wall first. 1:14.59, followed through there in 1:16.79 by Meg. 1:20.07, 1:24.6 and 1:26.3.
Announcing the medalists for Event 7, the men's 100 metre butterfly multi-class. Winner of the bronze medal from Marion, Rowan Crothers. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Cole Pearce. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 57.58 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Nicholas Layton. Introducing the finalists for Event 9, the women's 100 metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Nunawading, Leona Low-Hermans. In lane 1 from Yarra Plenty, Renee Lister. In lane 2 from Caulfield Aquatics, Madeline Horvath. In lane 3 from Nunawading, Riddell Smith. In lane 4 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Lily Kosh. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Isabella Boyd. In lane 6 from Surrey Park, Farida Taha. In lane 7 from MLC, Lucy Reid. In lane 8 from Ballarat Gold, Zoe Schneider. And in lane 9 from Surrey Park, Riley Cardo.
Looking strong early is Lily Kosh in lane number 4, off to a really strong start. Really graceful athlete there, Lily is reaching tall. Reaching out here, she'll touch in first at this 50 metre mark, 32.39. Followed through there by Isabella in 5 and Rydell in 3. Lily really driving through each stroke here. Really big, strong kick. Really using her height to her advantage there as she extends that lead now. Looking to pick up that rate now with 15 to go. Isabella Boyd also making a really strong effort, and Rydell there raiding through the house. Try to keep up will be Lily Kosh, 108.26. Isabella Boyd in second, and Rydell Smith in third.
Before we head to our B final, we have on pool deck with us, joining Kalia, Cole Pearce and Nick.
Hey guys, so I do have our incredible medalists from the 100 metre butterfly multi-class here with me. Now, Cole, you're talking to me earlier about how this year is a Commonwealth Games year, obviously, and that is going to be your main focus throughout the season. Does this kind of kick off the start of the year, and how did you feel in that swim?
Yeah, it felt good. The campaign for commies has already started, so that's about my 7th 100 metre fly. So it's been good. There's a lot to work on coming after that race. And yeah, looking forward to July when the Com Games roll around.
Now, not only do we have the Com Games this year, but I did just briefly ask you about 2028, and you have assured me that 2032 is on the cards as well. How do you plan on maintaining yourself throughout the next few years?
I guess just training. I think aging's bound to happen, so maybe looking after my body and making sure I still enjoy the sport.
Now, I also have Nick Layton here. Nick, you did compete towards the end of last year at the Deaf Olympics. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. It was an experience I was very glad to have. It wasn't, necessarily the results I was expecting, but through those unexpected moments, I've learned a lot more. And I think also, recently just switching clubs, also moving to Melbourne Vic Centre, it made me, coming back from Tokyo, made me enjoy the sport a lot more, have a lot more fun to race Cole, especially for, been 10 years since we've been racing each other. So to, share this time for the both of us makes it pretty special. So yeah.
Now, not only to come away with a medal, but you did inform me that you did have training this morning and did a 3K time trial.
Yeah, that was one of the Saturdays, yeah. It's not usually what I do, especially as a sprinter. But no, it was all right this morning. But yeah, just sort of like getting the start of the season, was sort of getting the aerobic capacity going. And, whilst we are still at the hard training mode at the moment, we'll, the next couple of weeks, obviously leading up to nationals, build up more on the speed. And yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Well, I won't share too many more of your training secrets, but congratulations on your swims this afternoon, Cole and Nick.
Thank you.
Behind the blocks now, we have our B final of our women's 100 metre breaststroke.
Where we go now for the women's B final, 100 metres breaststroke. Really solid times there from our A finalists. So a lot to achieve here for our B finalists. See them get a second chance here. Swimming in lane number 6, going really strong as Tess. Rating up nice and high.
Yeah, it's a really great start there from Tess in lane number 6. Also having a great start over in lane number 0 was Vera Zhang. As we head down to the 50 metre mark here, it'll be Tess who touches first. She'll touch in a 35.54, followed by lane number 4, Amelia Otto. These two are pretty close together at the moment as the girls start to make their way through the last 35 metres of this race.
Yeah, it's all Tess early here as we head down to that 75 metre mark. But the rest of the girls making a solid effort of it. Really hard to split second place. I think the girls in lane 4 and 5, though, have got a slight edge on the rest, especially those girls on the outside going really strong. Vera and Mila in lane 0 and 1.
As we head down to the wall now, it is Tess who's battling it out. As we touch, it'll be Tess 1:16.09, followed by Charlotte 1:16.43, and touching third in that B final was Amelia Otto. Announcing the medalists for event 8, the women's 100 metre butterfly multi-class. Winner of the bronze medal from Hungary, Dorothy Pascoe. Winner of the silver medal from Faruni Swim Club, Lily Fox Mason. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:14.59 from Ballarat Gold, Sarah Howe. On pool deck with Kalia is Lily Kosh.
Okay guys, I am down here on deck with our gold medal winner from the 100 metre breaststroke, Lily Kosh. Now Lily, you had quite the quick turnaround this afternoon. I did see you racing in the 50 metre butterfly just moments before. Did you even have time for a swim down then?
Yeah, I had about 100 metres swim down, but that was pretty good, and me and Isabella Boyd had the same thing, so it was nice to have someone there with me, but yeah.
So you were talking to me about this meet being really focused on what you're doing in your racing and race practice, so we're obviously seeing you compete in a lot of different finals and more events, a heavier program. Is that part of your preparation for later on this year? Are our sights set on some of those bigger meets, maybe Com Games trials?
Yeah, so just like prepping into age nationals in like April.
Now, I was saying that I think Age Nationals was the last chance that I had to interview you and speak to you. You've had quite a few changes since we chatted back then. Do you want to talk about your swimming and what's been going on in the last 12 months or so?
Yeah, about 5 months ago I moved into the Craig Jackson's program, and that's been really good. I've really enjoyed that. The group is great. The training's been hard, but it's been super focused, and I've really enjoyed it.
Well, it's so great to see you smiling, and you're obviously swimming really well. Congratulations on your medal tonight.
Thank you.
Introducing the finalists for event 10, the men's 50-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Nunawading, Callum Halloran-Lavelle. In lane 1 from Starplex, Joshua Palmer. In lane 2 from West Illawarra, Alistair Georgievski. In lane 3 from Highlanders, Joshua Yong. In lane 4, from Melbourne Vic Centre, Sam Williamson. In lane 5, from Bendigo East, Cameron Jordan. In lane 6, from Melbourne Swimming Club, Felix Dressel de Bruin. In lane 7, from Nunawading, Lachlan Chan. In lane 8, from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Kelvin Reid. In lane 9, from Marion, Harrison Bedell. These are your finalists for event 10, the men's 50-metre breaststroke.
Oh, up early there in lane number 5 is Cameron Jordan. He'll have to work hard to stay alongside Olympian Sam Williamson. On his shoulder is also another Olympian, Josh Yong, and good to see Josh Palmer, Rio Olympian. But out strong here is Sam Williamson. Good little return to the pool this morning, and he's continued that form in. He'll touch 27.15. He'll take that one out. 27.95. Cam Jordan, great swim there. And in third place, Felix Dressel de Bruin, 28.08.
Behind the blocks with us now is our B final for event 10, the men's 50-metre breaststroke.
Some quick starts there from the boys. It looked like Thomas Sutherland got away the best on the underwater. Starting to push through is lane 5, Dylan Zhang. And now building into this swim, Nicholas Stupas out of lane 4. He's come up alongside Dylan. They are your leaders with 10 metres left to swim. Sutho still in there as well. 3 athletes lunge for the wall, and it will be Dylan Zhang, 28.90, ahead of Nicholas Stupas, 29.02, with Thomas Sutherland, 29.03 in third.
Announcing the medalists for event 9, the women's 100-metre breaststroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Riddell Smith. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Isabella Boyd. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:08.26 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Lily Kosh. Heading down to pool deck now, joining Jordan Merrilees is Sam Williamson.
Yeah, Sam, you look great. It was a great swim from you tonight. It's good to see you back in the pool. A lot of support on deck. Talk us through everything.
Yeah, it's been, safe to say, it's been a pretty big 9 months. unfortunately suffered an incredibly debilitating injury May last year, so I mean, I'm just incredibly proud of myself and incredibly proud of the team I got behind me. And just getting up on the blocks tonight was a huge effort, so pretty stoked with that.
What's up next? Trials, but where to?
It's 2026, so I got the Com Games this year. Unfortunately, they're not in Melbourne, but you know, they say Glasgow is the Melbourne of the UK, so it should be good fun racing over there.
Hey mate, well done tonight, and we look forward to seeing you tonight and at Commies.
Introducing the finalists for Event 11, the Women 400 metre Individual Medley. In Lane 0 from Melton Swimming Club, Layla Mafu. In Lane 1 from Melton Swimming Club, Chloe Burke. In Lane 2 from Phoenix Aquatics New Zealand, Hope Wang. In Lane 3 from Nunawading, Lucy Doyle. In Lane 4 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Tara Kinder. In Lane 5 from Swimming Metro Northeast, Lexi Harrison. In Lane 6 from MLC Aquatic, Lucy Ma. In Lane 7 from Nunawading, Kayla Enters. In Lane 8 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Grace Doby. In Lane 9 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Mia Mifsud. These are your finalists for Event 11, the Women's 400 metre Individual Medley.
Swimmers, this was a test start. Take your marks.
And into the water now with our women's 400 metre individual medley final. Tara Kinder swimming out of lane 4. Certainly one of the up-and-coming superstars of Australian medley swimming.
Yeah, great to see another Victorian lighting it up in our national teams. Looking really strong, good strong rhythm through the butterfly. Good thing to focus on in your butterfly. She'll lead us through on 29.91 down this first 50.
In second will be Lexi Harrison with Lucy Doyle in third. So the centre of the pool already taking it out in the butterfly leg. We do expect from some of those outside lanes to swap and change the order a little bit throughout this event. We tend to see a lot of movement through the middle 2 100s that are coming up, the backstroke and obviously that breaststroke.
Great opening 100 there from Sarah. She'll lead us through in 103.41. Breaststroke is her favourite stroke. Breaststroke is where she'll go from strength to strength. So as we head through to backstroke, I always say that might be one of her slightly weaker legs within a medley. You're always going to have one that's going to be slightly weaker than the others, but she's certainly doing a really good job of evening out her strokes.
Yeah, certainly something you need to do in these events, and something I know that I'm sure she's working on. We've seen her entering a few more of those backstroke races across the weekend as well. She'll lead us through at the turn. Lexi Harrison looked like in that first 25, she did make up a little bit of ground there. Still not quite as quick on the split as Tara, who turned around in a 37.
Yeah, each of these girls doing a really good job at trying to set up their stroke, trying to take those first handful of strokes as you change from one stroke to another, just to set it up, get going, and then get into that rhythm as quickly as you can. You want to be slightly heavier on the arms in backstroke. Save those legs because you will be using them and abusing them in the breaststroke. As Tara comes down to this 200 mark. Great turn there, 218.19. Great display of skill, holding that underwater as best as she can. Lexi trying to chase her down.
You really want that smooth transition through from the backstroke into the breaststroke to hold on to that momentum. You don't want to be starting from scratch trying to come into 100 metres of breaststroke. If you look to those placings, it is close between Lucy Doyle and Lucy Ma for that third and fourth spot, and also making her way through is Hope Wang in lane 2.
Tara doing a really good job there, just getting a little bit held up on the wall as she goes through there. But this is certainly her bread and butter, the breaststroke leg, somewhere where she can kind of switch the brain off a little bit and go into cruise control, and everything will look nice and easy as she continues on here down to this last 25 of breaststroke.
I think that's really a skill in itself, the ability to make your strokes look efficient and look comfortable when you know that these athletes, certainly at this point in a 400 IM, they are going to be hurting right now as Tara now comes under the flags, ready to turn for that final 100 of freestyle. She's got a pretty dominant lead ahead of Lexi Harrison, who's put together a brilliant swim herself nonetheless. She'll come under the flags here and turn in a second. And Hope Wang in lane 2, she's had a great breaststroke as well. She's pushed now past the two Lucys in Lucy Ma and Lucy Doyle. She'll turn in that third place spot ahead of Lucy Ma.
Yeah, so Tara is just going from strength to strength here into this freestyle leg. Really enjoying the way Lexi's attacking this freestyle leg as well. Nice strong kick and keeping that rate up and moving forward with each stroke.
Yeah, she's done a great job being able to bring in the legs, especially after the breaststroke. It can be quite challenging. Tara now with 40 metres left to swim of this 400. She's done it quite comfortably. Remains out in the lead, looking very relaxed through this freestyle, holding together great technique down the final 25. Lexi Harrison in that second place spot now by about 10 metres. And the race for the bronze continues. Hope and Lucy Ma. Big waves from the crowd, getting excited. This is for a bronze as Tara Kinder touches in a 4:48.37. Lexi 4:54.12. It looks like Hope Wang might have done enough in the breaststroke leg to come away with the medal. She gets there in a 5:04.51 ahead of Lucy Ma, 5:05.14.
Announcing the medalists for event 10, the men's 50-metre breaststroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Melbourne Swimming Club, Felix Dressel de Bruin. Winner of the silver medal from Bendigo East, Cameron Jordan. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 27.15 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Sam Williamson. Introducing the finalists for event 12, the men's 50-metre breaststroke multiclass. In lane 2 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Ahmed Kelly. In lane 3 from Geelong Swimming Club, Bradley Doolan. In lane 4 from Melton, Benjamin Wills. In lane 5 from Traralgon, Lockie Bellion. And in lane 6 from Danburg, New Zealand, Jonty Joseph Howland. These are your finalists for event 12, the men's 50-metre freestyle multiclass.
And away we go now with the men's 50-metre breaststroke for our multi-class athletes. Two boys in the centre there. Both great on that start, and a nice tight race between Benjamin Wills and Lockie Bellion. Once again, quite the range of our classifications throughout this event, so we'll be eagerly awaiting those point scores. As our leaders come now under the flags. Looks like Benjamin will be just ahead of Lockie onto the finish. A touch 37.44. Lockie in a 38.09. Great swims from these guys. Bradley Doolan touching the wall, 48.33, just outside his personal best, but a heavy program for him this evening. And Ahmed Kali, this is a quick one from him, 56.83, taking a second off his entry.
Announcing the medalists for event 11, the women's 400 metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Lucy Doyle. Winner of the silver medal from MLC Aquatic, Lucy Ma. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 4:48.37 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Tara Kinder. Introducing the finalists for event 13, the women's 50 metre breaststroke multiclass. In lane 0 from Warrnambool, Lisa Bale. In lane 1 from MLC Aquatic, Ruby Halliday. In lane 2 from Geelong, Meg Conhetty. In lane 3 from Western Aquatic Academy, Al Feely. In lane 4 from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. In lane 5, from Geelong Swimming Club, Brianna Binns. In lane 6, from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Jessica McDermott. In lane 7, from Ballarat Gold, Anna Layton. In lane 8, from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Scarlett Morgan. And in lane 9, from Essendon District, Abby Glaran. These are your finalists for event 13, the women's 50 metre breaststroke multiclass.
We saw some fast swims from our men's multi-class 50 metre breaststroke. Let's see what our women can do. It was a quick start down in lane 7 from Anna Layton. She got through that first 15 nicely. Here comes the centre of the pool though, Grace Ryder. Starts to push out in front of Brianna Binns. And those two girls almost stroke for stroke now with 15 metres left to swim. Starting to close the gap in lane 6, Jessica McDermott. Quite a lot of these girls swimming out of that same classification, so it will certainly be a race to the wall. 1/100th between the two girls in 4 and 5. Grace 40.09, Brianna 40.10, and Jessica touching onto the wall in third, 41.58.
Announcing the medalists for event 12, the men's 50 metre breaststroke multiclass. Winner of the bronze medal from Traralgon, Lockie Bellion. Winner of the silver medal from Geelong, Bradley Doolan. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 56.83 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Ahmed Kelly. Introducing the finalists for event 14, the women's 100 metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Swim Zone Racing New Zealand, Madeline Wilson. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Kira Jeffs. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Alana Torrance. In lane 3 from St Andrews, Alyssa Lawson. In lane 4 from Tea Tree Gully, Brittany Castelluzzu. In lane 5 from St Andrews, Chloe Rao-Hagens. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Semra Olawani. In lane 7 from Caulfield Aquatics, Arabella Tomlinson. In lane 8 from Bayside, Eve Anderson. And in lane 9 from Surrey Park, Nazia Ikasidkas. These are your finalists for event 14, the women's 100 metre freestyle.
Fast start from the crew in the middle there. Chloe and Brittany. Brittany a butterfly specialist and Chloe a sprint specialist. So we'll see a good battle here as they head through this first 25.
Yeah, Brittany certainly showcasing those butterfly skills, utilising that full 15 underwater. She had the best of the first 15 metres, but here comes Chloe Rowe-Hagens, and those two will go stroke for stroke onto that turn, with Brittany Castelluzzo turning into 26.47 ahead of Chloe, 26.72. Alyssa Lawson in lane 3 turns in third, 27.50.
Really cool to see Ash Delaney, Victorian native, bringing down his athletes from Queensland, from St Andrews, and they're going really well here, but it will be our visitor from South Australia, Brittany, out nice and strong, out in front. She comes into touch now, dominating that one, 54.30, 55.4 from Chloe. Third place going to Semra, 56.95.
Behind the blocks with us now, we have the B final of event 14, the women's 100 metre freestyle.
Water now with the B final. Great underwaters there from Mia. Again, another butterfly specialist showing us how it's done off the start. It's pretty even across the pool.
Starting to push through will be Millie Bell down in lane 7. She's right up with Zara Olawani in lane 4. Those two look to be our early leaders as we turn at the 50 metre wall. It will be Zara who goes through, 28.14. Mia Yeo gets her feet on second, 28.32, with Millie Bell in third.
Yeah, Zara looks to be etching her way in front of this field now. The rest of the girls are dead even. Throw a blanket across them, but it is Zara. She's pushed out in front. She's made herself the clear leader of this one.
To come down onto the flags, it will be Zara Olawani. Great second 50 from Azia Fong-Sutton. She'll touch in second. Zara 58.32 ahead of Azia, 58.87, with Millie touching in third, 59.56.
Announcing the medalists for event 13, the women's 50 metre breaststroke multiclass. Winner of the bronze medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. Winner of the silver medal from Ballarat Gold, Anna Layton. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 44.54 from MLC Aquatic, Ruby Halliday. Introducing the finalists for event 15, the men's 100 metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Swimming Metro Northeast, Joseph Hameson. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Xander Coates. In lane 2 from Marion, Matthew Temple. In lane 3 from United Swimming Club New Zealand, Cameron Gray. In lane 4 from Tiger Sharks, Cameron Bladen. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Lewis Clarebert. In lane 6 from Nunawading, William Petrick. In lane 7 from Swimming Metro Northeast, Gabriel Gorgeous. In lane 8 from Caulfield Aquatics, James Ward. And in lane 9 from United Swimming Club New Zealand, Harry Clowens. These are your finalists for event 15, the men's 100 metre freestyle.
Take your marks.
Ripping start there from James Ward of Caulfield in lane number 8. Arrowing out though in lane number 5 is Louis Clarebert, the New Zealand Olympian.
And Matthew Temple over in lane 2, he got away well through that first 25, also really utilising, once again, those flyers, working on the underwaters. As we turn at the 50, it will be our swimmer in lane 4, Cameron Bladen, fastest qualifier, goes through in a 23.93 ahead of Matthew Temple, and then sitting in third will be Lewis Clarebert.
Again, Matty Temple resting hard on what he does best, and that's those underwaters. He works so hard there, and he's come out in front now. He's got about 2 strokes ahead on the rest of the field. Cam Bladen working hard to stay with him. So's Louis Clareburton, but it is 49.30, Matt Temple there. Louis Clareburton, 49.61. Cam Bladen there was also in and thereabouts.
Announcing the medalists for event 14, the women's 100 metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Kira Jeffs. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Alana Torrance. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 56.95 from Nunawading, Samra Olawani. Behind the blocks with us is the B final of event 15, the men's 100 metre freestyle.
Off we go now with our men's 100 metre freestyle B final. Quick start in the outside lane. Toby McComish starting to push through lane 3. Lachlan Jackett-Simpson. And the rest of the field, there's nothing between them as we come down into this 50 metre turn. Hitting the wall first will be Lockie. 24.33 ahead of Christopher Elson in lane 2, 24.59. We go down to Callan Fenwick-Kearns in lane 7. Lachlan in lane 3, still maintaining a nice, comfortable lead here. Starting to push through is Jesse Gorsman in lane 4. But it will be Lachlan, 50.58 ahead of Christopher, 51.14, with Cash Milner touching in third, 51.17.
Joining Jordan on pool deck is Matt Temple and Lewis Clarebert.
So here with Australian Dolphin Matt Temple. It's an interesting time of the season. You've done 200 fly earlier tonight. Had a crack at the 100 free. 50 turn was unreal. Absolutely put the boys to the hammer. What's the focus for this meet and this part of the season?
Yeah, so it's pretty early on in the season. Done a fair bit of hard training in the lead up to this, so just trying to get the Ks in and build a solid base before some faster racing towards the middle of the year, and then obviously trials. So that's the ultimate goal, to swim fast at trials.
Nice. It's great to have you back in Victoria. Any chance we can get you moving home sometime soon?
Maybe one day.
Awesome. And we also got Louis here. Louis is a New Zealand Olympian, and he's moved over here for Nunna to do some training. What's the thought process in that one? It's great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a great meet so far. Yeah, look, that one was just like trying to back up after that turn of fly, and the legs were really, really sore after that 2 fly, so I'm pretty happy to come with under 50 seconds for that.
Yeah, awesome. When are New Zealand trials, and when can we see you next, and will you be staying in Victoria longer, because it's great to have some high-class swimming here?
Yeah, it's a long-term move for me, moving towards LA. It's great to join the Nunna crew and race against Petrick every single day. Like we've been having some good battles. I think I'm probably down this year so far. He's gotten more over me than I've got over him, apart from some of these races today. But he's world-class trainer, and it's awesome to be here.
Mate, it's awesome for you to come down here and introduce you to the crowd. And boys, good luck for the rest of the year, and hopefully you're battling it out at Commies.
Introducing the finalists of event 16, the women's 200 metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Caulfield Aquatics, Alexandra Skinner. In lane 1 from St Andrews, Madison McKenna. In lane 2, from Forani Swim Club New Zealand, Hannah Abdu. In lane 3, from Highlanders, Alyssa Burgess. In lane 4, from Melbourne Vic Centre, Tara Kinder. In lane 5, from Melbourne Vic Centre, Alana Banks. In lane 6, from Nunawading, Abby Kearney. In lane 7, from Furbank Aquastars, Sarah Cooper. In lane 8, from Nunawading, Kira Jeffs. And in lane 9, from Surrey Park, Sierra Kaufman. These are your finalists for event 16, the women's 200 metre backstroke.
Take your marks.
And away we go now with our women's 200 metre backstroke final. All our athletes returning to the pool, including Tara Kinder in lane 4, who's just climbed out from a 400 metre individual medley. Kira Jeffs, who was in the 100 metre freestyle as well. So some quick turnarounds this evening.
Yeah, pretty great to see there from Tara. 400 individual medley, pretty tough event on the schedule alongside a 200 backstroke as well. So it's good to see her backing up race after race. But it is Alyssa in lane 3 who turns first there, 30.82. She's followed by Alana Banks in lane number 5. Tara Kinder and Alana Banks training partners, so they'll be looking to push each other through in this race.
Yeah, it can be quite an advantage having someone that you get to work alongside right next to you in a race. You know what their strengths are, so if they're sitting in a certain position, you know if you need to push a little bit more or maybe hold off. As we come down into this 100 metre turn, though, it will be Alyssa Burgess. She led us through at the 50. She's holding on to that and lead pretty comfortably here. Goes through in a 104.22 ahead of Alana Banks, 105.64, and Tara Kinder holding on to third place spot.
We're into our third 50 here, a super important 50 over at 200 metres. You can really gain some distance on athletes or put distance on athletes. As we can see down here, Alyssa, a really great first 100 metres there, 104. She's still leading through as Alana Banks just starts to close the gap ever so slightly in this third 50. She's really pushing here.
Yeah, you could just really see the difference in stroke rate between those two leaders in Alyssa and Alana. You saw the split there a little bit quicker out of lane 5. Tara Kinder now also starting to push up into this race, but Alyssa holding on to that control out in front. She had a good underwater. She's maintained that lead. It is going to be a hard one to try and catch with only 15 metres left to swim. Alana Banks doing a lot of work here, but I don't know if she's going to have quite enough left in the pool.
Yeah, she's really trying hard there in that last 15 metres, but Alyssa leading start to finish 2:14.25, followed by Alana Banks 2:15.39, and rounding out third there is Tara Kinder 2:16.49. Behind the blocks now we have our B final of the event 16, our women's 200 metre backstroke.
And under the water with the girls for the B final of our 200-metre backstroke. Quite a long underwater in lane 7 from Henrietta Wong, really working through to that 15. Now starting to push through in lane 4 is Jessica Wilson. Sitting with them, Jessie Steinman in lane 6. So those three early leaders in this 200-metre race.
Yeah, that's a strong first 50 there from Jess Wilson in lane 4. She'll turn first in a 32.01. Followed through by Henrietta with the great start there, 33.69. But what a really strong first 100 here from Jess in lane number 4. She's really got a lead on the pack in this first 100 metres.
Yeah, Jess Wilson, she's certainly had a mixed season over the last few months. A little over her personal best this morning, so she'll be looking to come back and see a better race in tonight's B final. Comfortable through that first 100, really solid out in front. 106.74 she goes through in. Ahead of Jessie, 110.41, and then Mia Holler in lane 3 and a really nice second 50 to turn in third, 110.77.
Yeah, Jess seems to be really holding on here. She did go out fast in that first 100 metres, but this third 50, she's still continuing to build through this 200, and a really great little battle going on for those minor placings within this B final between lanes 3, 5 and 6.
Yeah, this third 50 has been a good one in lane 5 for Nicole Briscoe. She had one of the fastest splits of those three athletes who are sitting in second, third and fourth place, really closely bunched up together. But I mean, this 200, you have to say it's all Jess Wilson. She's got a comfortable 2 body length lead on the girls behind her. Stroke for stroke now between Nicole and Jessie.
This has been a wonderful 200 backstroke here from Jess Wilson. She came in as a 2:25 this morning, and she's going to wipe a decent amount of time off that 2:18.95 there from Jess. A great 200 as we touch the wall. 2:23.44 and 2:23.48 for Jessie Steinman and then Nicole Briscoe. Announcing the medalists for event 15, the men's 100 metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Tiger Sharks, Cameron Bladen. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Lewis Clabert. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 49.30 from Marion, Matthew Temple. As we head down to pool deck, it's Tara Kinder joining Jordan.
Hey guys, here with Australian Dolphin, Tara Kinder. Awesome backup. We've just come out of the 200 back, but I'm going to take you back to that 400 IM. Really enjoyed the way you attacked that race, and you're becoming a real staple in Australian swimming with the IM swimming. What was the focus for the meet here today, and what was the focus for the 4IM?
Oh, just this weekend in general is just do as many races as possible. Look, I've got all the 200s and 400s, so really just using all those strokes to work on both the medleys and just see what the splits are there. So that's sort of just get flogged this week.
And you're quite an inspirational person. You've got a really amazing story within swimming. Crowd might not know that, but what's inspiring you at the moment? What's really inspiring you to compete to the best of your ability and really improve?
Look, I think I really just love the sport, and especially coming back, that was something that I had to find not only all over again, but just in a completely different way. So that was really interesting. But I swim to race. I really just love getting up on the blocks and giving it my best crack. And then to be able to do that, you've got to train as much and as best as you can. So that's what I usually think about day to day in the pool.
Thanks for that, and good luck for the rest of the week and plenty of swimming to come.
Introducing the finalists for event 17, the men's 50 metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Nunawading, Will Sharp. In lane 1, from Ferrani Swim Club New Zealand, Lucas Bell. In lane 2, from India, Rishabh Das. In lane 3, from St Andrews, Benjamin Hance. In lane 4, from St Andrews, Isaac Cooper. In lane 5, from Japan, Riku Matsuyama. In lane 6, from St Andrews, Jack Morrow. In lane 7, from Nunawading, Callum Halloran-Laval. In lane 8, from Caulfield Aquatics, Xavier Purcell. And in lane 9, from Ballarat Gold, Jack Lanyon. These are your finalists for event 17, the men's 50-metre backstroke.
So looking at the middle of the pool will be Australian Dolphin there. Isaac Cooper, Olympian. He looks really strong. He's a sprint specialist, coached there by the Victorian native Ash Delaney, and he has got him firing. He's out moving fast, taking great control there. Rating high down in lane number 7 is Cal. It was all Isaac Cooper in this one. 25.09, swift swim there. 25.36 from Riku. And finishing up in third there is Jack Morrow, 25.92.
Hang on. Behind the blocks now, we have the B final of event 17, the men's 50-metre backstroke.
Really enjoying those starts from the boys in lane 5 and 6 there. Tristan and Aiden utilising that underwater. Going well too is Alan in lane number 8. At this stage though, looks like Tristan Waugh out in front. Powering through. Going strong is also Sebastian out there in lane 2. Will still be Tristan at the wall. It'll be a tight touch though. 26.87. Tristan in lane 5. 27.05 Sebastian. And third Alessandro. 27.2.
Announcing the medalists for event 16, the women's 200-metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Melbourne Vic Centre, Tara Kinder. Winner of the silver medal from Melbourne Vic Centre, Alana Banks. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:14.25 from Highlanders, Alyssa Burgess. Joining Kalia on pool deck, we have Isaac Cooper.
Well, Isaac, congratulations on your win there in the 50-metre backstroke. 25.0, so close to that 24. How did the race feel for you?
That race actually felt pretty good. I honestly feel like I could go back down there and do another one, which I probably should. I would have liked to have gone under 25. I was able to go 24.89 this morning, and I tried to pick up my rate a little bit in the back end, but I think it might be slipping a little bit too much.
Now, we've seen you down here in Victoria a few times racing, in particular in Melbourne. You've had a little bit of a misfortune over the last few of the events, but it was clean tonight. What's it like to return down to Melbourne and race?
Oh, it's great. I'm trying to just enjoy my time in Melbourne. I've been going out to a few restaurants, going out, getting some cafes, trying some new coffees. I'm not really too worried about my performances. St Andrews are in a pretty big workload at the moment, so just trying to enjoy racing and enjoy the experience here.
Now, I'm sure you're certainly enjoying the racing, particularly being down here with such a large team. Is it nice to be surrounded by your teammates and your coaches and have everyone down?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're spending a lot of time at the moment working on our culture at St Andrews, and we're trying to turn St Andrews into something pretty special, and we want to build a reputation there that everyone's talking about and knows that St Andrews can produce some pretty impressive swimmers and produce some pretty impressive swims. So to be able to have everyone here and being just a great team to support each other, it's amazing, really.
Well, you're certainly showcasing that yourself. Congratulations, Isaac.
Thank you very much.
Introducing the finalists for event 18, the women's 800 metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Phoenix Aquatics, New Zealand, Hope Wang. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Madison Brand. In lane 2 from Surrey Park, Taylor Watson. In lane 3 from Tea Tree Gully, Brittany Castelluzzu. In lane 4 from North Shore Swimming Club, New Zealand, Erica Fairweather. In lane 5 from Southern Performance, Molly Walker. In lane 6 from Surrey Park, Erika Erdekenko. In lane 7 from Surrey Park, Brianna Burgess. In lane 8 from Geelong, Arabella Johnson. And in lane 9 from MLC Aquatic, Zara Barr. These are your finalists for event 18, the women's 800 metre freestyle.
Away we go into our 800 here. Great start there by Brittany. She's been backing up from earlier tonight. Obviously in a nice bit of workload. South Australian swimmer, the Aussie Dolphin. She'll be competing against the New Zealand Olympian there in Erica Fairweather. World-class swimmer. Erica is up there with Ariane, Lani, Katie Ledecky, Summer McIntosh. Erica is right up there with the best in the world, so it's really exciting to see her down here having a crack at the 800. Coming out of North Shore Swimming in New Zealand. Settling in comfortably into her stroke through this first 100. Brittany led us through there in 28.87. Closely behind there was Erica as we head to the 100 metre mark now. Establishing themselves is Erica out in front, moving really well, looking really smooth, in control, sitting on top, really making sure she's falling over on top of each stroke as they come.
Yeah, you did mention settling in to this race, and I think that's something super important to get done and establish that pacing nice and early on. You don't want to be fluctuating too much. You want to find the rhythm, find the pace that you're meant to be holding, and then just maintain it throughout. You don't want to go out too much quicker than that speed, although we do get the dive obviously off that first 50, so you'll notice a little bit quicker there. And then we want to see as many even splits as possible from here on. Erica doing a great job of that. You can just see how she's holding the stroke, and that's why she now has the lead. She hasn't picked up or increased that speed too much, but she's got that ability to just maintain lap after lap at that same pace.
Pretty steady also with her kick there. She can see she's just really gentle with each kick. Not overdoing it early, trying to keep those legs in reserve. Definitely something with the distance swimming. You don't want those legs to go too early. You don't want to be sapping that oxygen out of the body. You really want to sit up nice and strong on your catch. Sit tall.
One of the things I really like to watch in this race is off the walls. You'll notice our distance swimmers, they're not utilising that full 15. They don't want to go into that oxygen deficit. So you see either one or two kicks, nice and strong off that underwater. And what I love to watch on our better swimmers is this breakthrough of the surface. They bring in the legs just swiftly to break through, get into the stroke a little bit quicker, so there's no space to fill between those dolphins and into the stroke.
Yeah, 800 freestylers and great 800 freestylers and world-class 800 freestylers are really demonstrating how efficient they can be. Swimming's a fantastic sport where it's about efficiency, looking good, and moving from A to B as best we can. See, Erica's doing a really good job here early. 300 metres through this one. She's etching out further. The coach over there is just asking her to up the pace now as we head into this middle section of the race. You've got the girls there chasing Erica in lanes 5 and lane 3. Brittany and Molly. Two girls from SASI, South Australian Sports Institute.
And then sitting in 4th, we still have our Victorian athlete, Erika Rodenko, just 15 years of age. So got a little bit in experience to gain by racing these swimmers in the centre out of Erica Fairweather, who's 22 from New Zealand.
We've seen plenty of Erica there in lane number 6. Really enjoying her distance swimming, and she's a real technician. She's really technically precise with everything she does, really works on her efficiency, and it comes to fruition in her races here. Stepping up to the open events, obviously 15 years of age is a huge leap here, but once you do head into the open ranks at 18 years of age is just a number and it doesn't matter anymore.
Certainly not. As we come into that 450 metre turn, Erica Fairweather now very comfortably out in front. She's got almost 15 metres gap over Molly Walker in lane 5 and Brittany Castelluzzo. Brittany, really such a broad range of events for her.
Yeah, she's really choosing to load up at this meet and use it as a good stepping stone into the season. Her coach Craig is very experienced. He's taken over the reins there at SASI and working out of Marion Aquatic Centre there.
So with 300 metres left in this race, your lead 3 remain the same. Erica, Molly and Brittany. Push back into the field a little bit is Erica ahead of Maddie Brand over in lane 1. There hasn't been much between them, but Erica now just starting to lift a little, grow that gap. Those girls sit in 4th and 5th.
You can see Erica's made a little bit of a move here in terms of her pace and her intensity. We're heading through to the 600 metre mark and certainly made a good effort. Her coach says she's on. Just get up a little bit more. He's signalling for the legs to come in. 200 metres to go. It's about time to start to sit on the legs a bit more.
Yeah, and I think that's a big difference we notice between those age group athletes who almost wait for the last 100 or the last 50 metres. these guys, they have had that experience. They've got the training in them. They know that they can push harder a little bit earlier. So 200 metres left is now the time to start knuckling down and really pushing through.
Yeah, I'm looking here at Molly in lane number 5, and she's been pretty steady with her legs, and she's a big exponent of sitting up on top of her arms and making sure that she's rolling from one to the other.
Holding on to that second place spot quite nicely now, ahead of Brittany Castelluzzo. More body lengths between those girls. Really trying to lift through. As we hear the beautiful sound of the bell signaling there is 100 metres left in this race for Erica Fairweather. Earned through at a 7:24 flat. Molly Walker 9 seconds behind now, with Brittany Castelluzzo in a third, 7:38 for her.
You can see the intensity changes now with this last 100. Times might not necessarily be faster, but that intensity has got to go up as these girls are starting to fatigue. Done 700 metres of quality work, 750 now. Erica really working hard out of each wall, making sure she's engaging that kick, getting that kick up to the 6 feet now.
Yeah, she's certainly sprinting home with 25 metres left to swim. The last 50 split was a 31. This looks like it'll be a little quicker than that. It's almost like watching a different racer, the way she's certainly brought in the legs down this last lap. She comes into touch to take out the 800 metre freestyle. That final lap, 29.65. Erica Fairweather, 825.39. Ahead of Molly Walker, who touches in an 8:36.11. Brittany will come in for the bronze there in lane 3, and her time 8:42.72.
Announcing the medalists for event 17, the men's 50 metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from St Andrews, Jack Morrow. Winner of the silver medal from Japan, Riku Matsuyama. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 25.09 from St Andrews, Isaac Cooper. Introducing the finalists for event 19, the men's 400 metre freestyle multiclass. In lane 1 from Darravurk, New Zealand, Jonty Joseph Howland. In lane 2 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Cooper Harrington. In lane 3 from Geelong Sharks, James Logan. In lane 4 from Melton, Benjamin Wills. In lane 5 from Terrelgan, Lockie Bellion. In lane 6 from Oasis Otters, Kelvin Tran. And in lane 7 from Warrnambool, Eli Kerr. These are your finalists for event 19, the men's 400 metre freestyle multi-class.
Swimmers, this is for test start. Take your marks.
Out there with a great start. In lane number 4 is Benjamin Wills. Lockie Belly and James Logan doing their best to keep up with him. Those two boys have already swum twice tonight. They're throwing in a third event just for fun. Incredible from these gentlemen. But heading down to take us through this first 50 is Benjamin Wills. Throwing now to Carly with Erica Fairweather.
Thanks so much, Jordan. Erica, now, I was just saying, the last time I saw you race here in Melbourne was back at World Short Course Championships, and I remember having my squad here, and they were like, oh my goodness, this girl's amazing, and to see that you're back here racing again is so incredible for us down in Melbourne, but also you're just 22 years of age, so you've had a few times racing across the ditch from New Zealand to Australia. What's it like to be back?
It's so good. I love this venue, this meet. It's definitely a favourite of mine, so it's really good to be back racing this weekend.
Now, you said you're still trying to nail the timing and the race practice in this 800. We had a little chat about that last lap. You really picked it up. You came home in a 29, absolutely flew down that final 100. What's it like at the start of the season or sort of midway through and the beginning of the year? Is that the plan? Are we trying to get those processes correct throughout?
Yeah, for sure. This is my first long course hit out of the year, so you know, it's a good starting point. Definitely not where I want to be, but there's room for improvement, which is always handy.
Now, what's the rest of your weekend look like? I know that you guys are flying straight out again on Monday. Do you have a pretty heavy program across the next 2 days?
Kind of. I've got a 400 tomorrow and then a 1500 on Sunday, so definitely keeping busy.
You certainly are. Well, congratulations on your 800. What an incredible swim, and we look forward to watching you in your next races.
Awesome. Thank you.
Still going really well. There is Benjamin in lane number 4, leading us through. He's done a really good job through that first 200 to distance himself from the rest of the group. But gee, Lockie is having a hell of a swim here again. He's backing up. There's 2 swims already tonight. He's doing a really good job, working hard, trying to get himself to back up with Benjamin there, chasing him down. James also doing a really good job. Again, 3rd swim for him tonight. Big effort, this 400 in itself, but to have this as your 3rd event, those 2 gentlemen are doing a really good job. Benjamin doing excellently there. With each stroke, he's just working himself into this. Really like the way he is. Got a high stroke rate. He's just ticking over one arm after the other, really making sure that he's almost swimming downhill per se. As he'll lead us through here at 300 metres. 3:30.07. Doing an unbelievable job there as he keeps on working himself away from the rest of the group.
Yeah, he's really continuing to extend that lead by that ability to maintain such a nice high stroke rate, keep the pressure on the whole time. Lockie Bellion still maintaining that 2nd place spot. There was about 12 seconds separating these boys on entry, and it's looking pretty similar to that in the pool. We'll see what the overall times will be. James Logan maintaining 3rd place now ahead of Kelvin Tran. That gap not very big. They turn at the 350 metre mark. 1 lap left for Benjamin Wills.
Ben is definitely turning it on now. Making sure he's emptying the tank for his best time possible. I've got him down at a 4:37.72, so we're chasing that one now. Heading towards the wall, it'll be tight. Post a pretty solid time, 4:41.73. Ben will touch the wall first.
Lockie Bellion under the flags now. Touch in second, 4:53.72. James Logan looks like he will just hold off Kelvin Tran to the wall in that third place spot, 5:02.78. Taking a look on the program, and once again, a mixture of all our different classifications. As our camera locks eyes with Jonty Joseph Howland, one of our S6 swimmers from New Zealand. His entry time 6:45. See how close he can get to that one this evening as he comes into that 350-metre turn.
Young Kiwi swimmers working really hard. Heads down, breathing every 3. Solid effort here. 35 metres to go now.
Yeah, really looking like he's on track to swim a personal best based on that entry time. So he was holding under the minute. He can maintain that pace throughout this last lap. It's going to be a nice drop from that 6:45 now. Also really bringing in the legs.
Yeah, let's get around him. 10 metres to go now. Let's get Jonty down here, make sure he gets a PB. Look to the board now, Jonty through 6:23.46. Well done. That is a huge, huge PB.
Announcing the medalists for event 18, the women's 800-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Tea Tree Gully, Brittany Castelluzzo. Winner of the silver medal from Southern Performance, Molly Walker. And winner of the gold medal from North Shore Swimming Club, Erica Fairweather. Introducing the finalists for event 20, the women's 400-metre freestyle multiclass. In lane 0 from Warragul, Tyra Jensen. In lane 1 from Western Aquatic Academy, Al Feely. In lane 2 from Whanui Swim Club, Lily Fox Mason. In lane 3 from Ballarat Gold, Sarah Howe. In lane 4 from Warragul, Ava Dennis. In lane 5 from Geelong Swimming Club, Evie Lee. In lane 6 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Jessica McDermott. In lane 7 from Sale Swimming Club, Mackenzie Gibbs. In lane 8 from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. In lane 9 from Essendon, Molly Griffin. These are your finalists for event 20, the women's 400-metre freestyle multiclass.
Great performances by our men. And it's the women's turn now. Ava Dennis in lane 4, getting away nicely off the blocks. Out in front early, ahead of Grace Ryder, down in lane 8, who is firing through this first 50 of the 400. And we'll just watch and wait and see who can settle into the race. They turn into the second lap. It will be Ava leading us through in a 32.13. Sarah Howe now just ahead of Grace in lane 3 and lane 8.
Plenty of seasoned, strong athletes in this one. Multiple events tonight, and I'm sure they'll do multiple events throughout the weekend of 3 days. Seen Grace and Lily Fox already tonight. Ava, well and truly out in front in this one, taking control. Hopefully enjoying this swim. 108.07 through the first 100. Good setup.
Ava comes into this race with an entry time of 5:00.04, so I can only imagine how her sights must be set on getting that 4:59. She's sitting ever so close to that barrier, and it's always such a great feeling to look up and see the 4 on the board. So hopefully she set herself up well early on with that 108. We'll see how she fares through the rest of this 400. Sarah Howe looks pretty comfortable into that second place spot now, with Lee pushing through into third.
Yeah, hopefully we can get Ava across the line. Hopefully that she breaks the 5 minutes, and hopefully in doing so she'll drag the rest of the field here and we'll get some really fast swimming across the pool.
Be great to see a pile of personal bests out of our night one finals here at the 2026 Mattioli Victorian Open Long Course Championships, as our leader Ava comes into turn at the halfway point. She turns through in a 2:22.79. Sarah Howe through in a 2:30.12, and Evie Lee hits the wall in a 2:32.93.
Ava doing a really good job through the first half of this race. Hopefully now she's settled, she can keep on moving forward. Giving herself plenty of space to break that 5-minute barrier. See those girls in lanes 3 and 5 doing a really, really good job. Really enjoying the way that Evie Lee is swimming right now. Doing her best just to catch up to Sarah and work together as a group of 2.
I love to see our athletes put together a very solid third 100. It often plays out to be one of the more important parts of this 400-metre freestyle. Ava maintains that lead, gets a little wave on from the other side of the pool from her coach, Paul. She turns now with 100 metres left to swim. She's still sitting nicely on pace to break the 5, so let's see if she can get there. It's been a really good 100 for Evie Lee. She had a little bit of a gap between herself and Sarah at the 200-metre mark, and that gap is now less than a second, so very close for second and third placing-wise as they touch the wall, and we'll have to wait for all of our athletes to finish to get those point scores for our medalists, but we really have a nice race on our hands between the girls in lanes 3 and 5.
Yeah, those girls sitting in second and third are doing a really good job of working together, working as a unit. It's always good to be alongside someone like that when you've got a leader out in front. Look across the pool and see someone else there and kind of compete with them and drag them along, or makes things a little bit easier. But again, Ava out in front, she's doing a really fantastic job as we see the 4:40 mark go past as she's got 15 metres to go.
It's been a fantastic swim for Ava from start to finish. Not only under the 5 minutes, but almost under that 4:50 mark. She finishes in a 4:51.86, a huge 9-second personal best for her. Coming in second onto the wall, it will be Evie Lee, who really built through this 400. She's gone a 5:08.75 ahead of Sarah Howe, 5:10.58. Some fast swims from that lead pack of girls here. Keep an eye on some of the other athletes in the field. We're watching for Tyra Jensen over in lane 0, one of our S14 swimmers. She's just made that final turn. And then Molly Griffin 15 years of age, one of our S7 swimmers. Her entry time coming into this was a 7:05.09. We watch Tyra now under the flags, into the touch, 6:11.44. Another personal best out of our women's 400 metre freestyle multi-class swimmers.
For Molly here, aiming to slide under the 7:05. It'd be really great to see her go 6:59, break that really solid mark of 7 minutes. Anytime you get past a whole number, it's just so inspiring to yourself and kicks you on to the next swim meet.
Loving the way Molly's maintaining that length at the front of her stroke here. See that little lift in stroke rate now. She's got 5 meters left to swim. Into touch, keep an eye on the time. Almost gets it, but a great personal best nonetheless. 7:02.20 for Molly.
Announcing the medalists for event 19, the men's 400 metre freestyle multi-class. Winner of the bronze medal from Geelong Sharks, James Logan. Winner of the silver medal from Traralgon, Lockie Bellion. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 5:06.26 from Warrnambool, Eli Kerr.
Where we go for the 4x100 medley heats. Heat 1 of 2. Got there early in lane number 5 is Surrey Park B. Going with him is Ivanhoe A in lane number 3. Great turns there from Surrey Park and M1 swimming. Ivanhoe working through here, the backstroke leg great. Speed through the legs, really accelerating with each stroke. making things look really easy as we look to change over now. Really crucial leg, the breaststroke leg in a medley relay. Ivanhoe out in front, doing a really good job. M1 holding on to second place now. Surrey Park working hard to stay with him. A little bit of a check there from M1 to see where he's at. How much ground does he have to cover up? But it is Ivanhoe leading us through in lane number 3. Good turns from the gentleman there. No real change in where they are. Now comes a big move from Melbourne. Melbourne swimming B. Digging deep. He's gone past the swimmer in Surrey Park, who's just hit a little bit of fatigue now with 15 to go. M1 working really hard to stay up on the shoulder of Ivanhoe, and Ivanhoe doing their best to hold on to the lead in this one. Melbourne coming strong though in third. As we change over now to our butterfly swimmer. See Melbourne there, just checking out how much room they've got to make up to Ivanhoe, and already they are up alongside them. 35 gone in this leg. M1 now into third. Surrey Park are now battling with Ivanhoe B. It will be Melbourne swimming B out in front. Great turn there from them. Ivanhoe doing their best to stay with him. M1 now making a move for Ivanhoe, and Ivanhoe B on the outside there, catching their A team. A little bit of an internal squad, internal club battle there. Great to see this one. But it is Melbourne swimming B. Great, strong dolphin kick from their butterfly as he changes over. They're well in front now. Up swimming with some beautiful straight arm, Klim-esque. Out there, we got an awesome battle between Ivanhoe A and B. Looks like the A team is just starting to separate themselves. M1 also going well, and Surrey Park moving up alongside them. Those two teams will be challenging Ivanhoe B. As it is Melbourne swimming B well and truly out in front. They've got a 5-metre lead on the rest of the field. A sizable gap, probably a little bit too much. Less than 25 to play. It is Melbourne swimming B out in front. Ivanhoe A now separates themselves from the B team. They've also separated themselves from Surrey Park. M1 just fading slightly on this one as they've fallen behind Ivanhoe and Surrey Park, but it is Melbourne swimming B taking that one, followed through by Ivanhoe A and Surrey Park B in that one.
Announcing the medalists for event 20, the women's 400-metre freestyle multiclass. Winner of the bronze medal from Sales Swimming Club, Mackenzie Gibbs. Winner of the silver medal from Faruni Swim Club New Zealand, Lily Fox Mason. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 5:10.58 from Ballarat Gold, Sarah Howe, who now joins Kalia on pool deck.
Thanks, John. Sarah, I'm so excited to have you down here to chat to me. I did get to see you race a couple of weekends ago at our Country Long Course Championships down in Geelong, where you had an incredible meet. But it's nice to just have you back in Victoria. You've been away from us for a little while up in Queensland. What's it like to return home?
Just amazing. I've always loved swimming for my hometown and for Ballarat Gold, obviously. It's it's just a family, and it's nice to know that I can just always come back. It's great, yeah.
Now, this meet for you, you've obviously got quite a few races across the weekend and you're backing it up. You are on break from your studies. Is this all about the racing, or is it just about having fun and getting to hang out with all your friends?
A bit of both. I was sick back in December, so it's more of just trying to see where I'm at before like nationals and everything before I go back up to Queensland. But yeah, it's definitely just a great excuse to be back with gold.
Well, it's so great to have you back and swimming for your home club and have that support around you. I did see them on the side of the pool during your race, really cheering you on. What have we got to look forward to seeing you in over the next couple of days?
Pretty much all the free and fly, and then the 200 IM as well, yeah.
Well, best of luck for the rest of your events, and I hope to see you up here again.
Thank you.
In lane 0, MLC Aquatic A. In lane 1, Surrey Park. In lane 2, swimming Metro Northeast. In lane 3, Western Melbourne Propulsion. In lane 4, swimming Metro Northeast A. In lane 5, Nunawading A. In lane 6, Nunawading B. In lane 7, Melbourne Swimming Club. In lane 8, Canterbury, New Zealand A. And in lane 9, Western Melbourne Propulsion B.
Out fast here, leading the crew is Louis Claire Burton, our New Zealand Olympian, swimming out of Nunawading. That's their A team. Will Sharp leading the B team through there in second place. Swimming Metro Northeast. Got two solid teams in there, swimming out of New South Wales, but changing over there is Nunna A, Nunna B. Propulsion swimming well. Two Metro squads. Don't forget New Zealand, Canterbury, swimming all right out here.
Yeah, we know Nunawading likes to put together a strong relay team. They win in first and second, but that battle for third, there's about 4 teams in a nice straight line across this pool. Now, with their breaststrokers doing well down in lane 7 is, lane 8, I should say, is that team from Canterbury. They push their way through that field well there. It will still be our 2 Nunawading teams, though, maintaining the lead.
Looks like Will Petrick here is the breaststroker for Nunawading. He'll change over to Cal. Absolutely looking into the rest of the field. Here's Will Petrick, the Olympian. Again, backing up here, changing over, doing it for the team. Jumps Cal. Nunna B still in second. There goes Propulsion as well, swimming really well. Metro Northeast from New South Wales there, swimming well. They're in 4th. Great swimming from their butterfly. That is incredible swimming. Swimming up on top of the water. This looks really strong and in control. He's now pushed up over the top of the Propulsion swimmer, who's having a bit of a cheeky look. A bit nervous swimming there from the Propulsion swimmer.
So Nunawading maintains that lead out in front. It's a big task to chase down. What hasn't been a big task, though, is the team in lane 4 moving into this second place spot. They've gone through from 4th to 2nd in 100 metres. And they'll turn or change over ahead now of Propulsion and Nunawading B.
Yeah, great swim from the butterfly swimmer there out of swimming Metro Northeast in New South Wales. Really like the way he went about it. Out there, well in front of the rest of the group, is Nunawading A. They've got a stranglehold on it. Metro Northeast doing well. They're still out in front of Propulsion, but unreal turn there for Propulsion. They come up on his shoulder as they break out. Here we go, we got a race. 2 boys breathing, looking at one another, but
It will be Nano A. They'll win this one, but if we turn our eyes back to the swimmers finishing this one off strong, Propulsion doing it for Victoria versus New South Wales. It will be the Victorian team there finishing in second. Nano B, Melbourne Swimming finishing fourth and fifth there.
Once again, some incredible racing across the board tonight. Those relays, very exciting stuff as we turn our attention now to our women's 4x100 metre medley relay. This is our first of our time finals. We have one more to come after this one. Let's see what the girls can do here time-wise. Leading us through in the first 50 will be the team in lane 4 from Western Melbourne Propulsion. Their A team goes through ahead of Ivanhoe Swim and then the Propulsion B team.
Yeah, gliding across the top of the water there is Western Propulsion swimmer in lane number 4, their A team. On top of the water, it looks a bit like a lily pad the way she is, just nothing is underwater there. Great control. Awesome catch there. Onto that stroke nice and early. She'll lead through. Touching in first, 109.43. Great swim from the backstroke there in Propulsion A. Their B team swimming well also. Have great pull out there from their breaststroker, has pulled them right up alongside Ivanhoe. It'll be Ivanhoe A in lane 5 and Ivanhoe B out there in lane 2.
So plenty of teammates within this one timed final here. There's that team from Propulsion just extending that lead a little bit. As we come into the butterfly swimmer, we know that distance will be extended just purely based off the speed of butterfly compared to our breaststroke.
Talking about distance. Distance is increased there from Ivanhoe A, Propulsion B. Doing their best to work back up towards Propulsion A, close this gap down, but it looks to be about 4 body lengths at the moment.
Yeah, nice rhythm from the swimmer in lane 4 from Propulsion. Comes down to the exchange That'll lead us into our third athlete. Ivanhoe A goes in second, and then the propulsion B team holding on to that third spot.
Really safe changeovers from the ladies in this one. Translated into some really good swimming. As we can see propulsion A running away with this one. Slamming the door shut. A little bit long on the wall there is Ivanhoe A, but around they go in second spot. Trying their best to knock that door down.
Yeah, they are making up a little bit of ground through this second 50, it looked like, particularly off the wall. They need to be as close as possible as we come into our freestyler. It's a lot harder to close the gap in 100 free. Strong finish from Ivanhoe. Catching up, but propulsion will still hit the water first. Got around a 2.5 second lead now.
Enjoyed that changeover for propulsion A there, the old school run down the block. Increase your momentum, and they've carried that momentum through here again on this leg as head down to the 50-metre mark. This last leg, 50 metres to go, and they've got about 7 metres on Ivanhoe A in lane number 5.
Yeah, that gap now has blown out to 5 seconds through the first 50 of freestyle. Great swim out of lane 4. They came into this race, entered at a 4:33.93. Going to be around that time. We come down now under the flags with our leader. Propulsion A, 4:35.55. Ivanhoe Swim A will touch in second, 4:43.44. And it will be the Propulsion B team who gets their hand on the wall in third, 4:51.02.
In lane 0, Melbourne Swimming Club B. In lane 1, Surrey Park Swimming B. In lane 2, Melbourne Swimming Club A. In lane 3, MLC Aquatic. In lane 4, Nunawading Swimming A. In lane 5, Nunawading B. In lane 6, Surrey Park A. In lane 7, Swimming Metro North East. In lane 8, Melton Swimming Club. And in lane 9, Yarra Plenty Waves.
Nunawading A there, taking control of this, and their B team, their best to stay with them. MLC also putting in a solid first 100. Stretching away there is Nunawading A. They'll change over in first there. like Samuel with a great first 100, 103.07.
To our breaststrokers now, and that team in lane 4 comfortably ahead now. MLC sitting in second. Awarding B trying to hold off a couple of these teams in lanes 6 and 7.
Looks like Rydell Smith there swimming the breaststroke leg for the A team. It's the way that she swims breaststroke. High rate. Drives herself forward with each stroke.
Yeah, you certainly can see that push forward. Starting to push through though in lane 3. The team from MLC, they've held on throughout this breaststroke leg. And the race for third between Nana B and Surrey Park. They'll come into the wall almost stroke for stroke for the changeover into our flyer. On paper, there was 10 seconds separating the team of Nunawading A in lane 4 to the team in lane 3, MLC. That gap currently sits at 4 seconds. So they're doing a great job to stay within reach here. Beautiful second 50 though from the team of Nunawading. They'll hit the water for their freestyler now.
About to say that butterfly swimming that last 15 just kept becoming more powerful the further she got into the wall and changed over to their freestyle swimmer, and she's exchanged that and they have run away with that one.
Yeah, they certainly have. Look to those second and third place spots. The Nana B team really trying to make up the distance here on MLC.
Just like the boys earlier tonight, Nana A running away with this one, but we've still got a race on. MLC holding Nana B at bay, making sure it's not a clean sweep.
But your lead team now, only 10 metres left to swim. Our final event for the evening is going to be taken out by lane 4, Nunawading A. Really close now into the touch. MLC looks like they did enough early on. They will hold on for second, 4:19.58, ahead of Nunawading B, 4:19.89. What a great way to finish the evening.
And that's a wrap on night number 1. Mattioli Victorian Open Long Course Championships. Day 2 heats are at 10 a.m.